Okay, I'm speaking with Gary Edelstein at the show, and you have two pieces in the show,
Yes, that's right.
and one's called What? And what's the other one?
The other one's a portrait of Walt Whitman.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah,
right.
I discovered Walt Whitman, and because I had heard "Oh Captain, My Captain" as a child, and I found the book on a shelf somewhere I was staying, and I was just blown away by his heart and his poetry. So I did a piece of it.
Wow.
Hmm.
Now, are all of your pieces, are they have a practical intention also?
They're cabinets, yeah.
Right.
Hmm.
Now, do you like the idea of having two purposes, like a beauty and a purpose, or
Well,
is it
yeah,
just...
I've always been a cabinet maker, so this was the art added on to my cabinet making. Yeah, it seems to me like it should do something. You know. It doesn't have to, of course, but I don't push myself that far as being a fine artist, you know.
Right. You like to do fine work that inspires you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. No, I love doing the artwork. It's so much fun, and living in this town is so great. You know, there's so much support and so many people around you, and being close with Johnny Shawn is a big part of my life. You know, and it feeds me so much. You know.
Nice.
Hmm.
What's it called? That it must be great because he does sculpture, but he also works with wood as well. Does
Oh
he?
yeah. Oh, I helped him build a lot of things over all these years. You know, put an arm on something, put pieces together. You know, to build bigger blocks of wood and stuff like that. I made a lot of bases for him, and put a lot of his shows up. You know, stuff like that. So it's been an education for me working with John.
Right, and I know you have a couple of pieces that Jim Hayden used in our show as well.
Yeah.
Um, so that is great to have the technique, you know, to be able to help other people who are inspired as well,
Hmm.
and then also incorporate it in your own work.
Yeah. No, I enjoy it very much. It's wonderful.
What's it called? I noticed you also have other works. Do you mostly like to incorporate like some kind of faces or some kind of...
Well, yeah. If you go to my website, you'll see I paint faces. Because I think the face is the portal to the soul, you know, that kind of baloney. And so I think faces are very expressive of who we are.
You have a website.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's edelsteinfurniture.com.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And he's very talented, and I highly recommend anybody going to this website.
Yeah.
And you also build for people, like you said, you do
Oh, yeah, I do custom cabinet
custom
work. And stuff
cabinet
like that.
work.
And repair floors and whatever it takes to make a living these days, you know.
Let me ask, what came first? Like, were you first into artwork, or were you first into cabinet making, and then you started pushing it further?
As a kid, I always wanted to be a sculptor. You know, I wanted to go to the Art Students League in New York, and of course that didn't happen. But then one day, 10 or 15 years ago, I did realize that I became a sculptor, you know, so through my woodworking and stuff.
Right.
Hmm.
That's really awesome. I love your work so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for letting me interview.
A pleasure. We've had a
and-
great show here today, as you well know, and Jim Hayden was a big part of putting this show up. And I'm so glad I hooked him into coming here, you know, because I volunteered when Sheila asked me to volunteer.
Right.
But I got so it became it's an event. I had a wonderful time today.
That is great, and
Yeah.
he's definitely someone who knows how to put on a show as well. He's definitely
Oh, yeah.
good to be in the know with when it comes to
Mhm.
an event like this.
Oh yeah.
And it was definitely successful.
Oh yeah. Well, everybody had a good time.
Yes.
That's what counts, you know.
And the music and the food
Yeah.
and the
Wonderful.
artwork.
I met a guy who was a vegan here and had a great conversation with him.
Nice.
Yeah, Isaac, his name was. He's a lawyer, but from out of town. But
Right.
nice connections, you know.
That's really awesome. Cool, thanks.
Sure.